like in on this like 10,000%? Type in the chat, let me know. How many of you like totally see the vision? You realize this is something that you're safe, you're secure with, you can build this out till the day you die, right? And it doesn't matter what happens in AI or funnels or affiliate marketing or anything else. I've been in talks all morning with one of my developers partners because I keep having this dream that you all have an app that is branded to your community, right? And when people are on this app, they can access all of your newsletters, they can access your articles. We're going to have and eventually, we're kind of working on it already, an events calendar, everything else, but it would be a white label app for every single one of your publications, right? So like West Valley Shoutouts would have its own app. And the reason why, and I was like one of the first ones in the business to do apps years ago, but the reason why is because the reason why I love it, and today it's gotten a lot easier. It used to be that we had to build an app in iOS, and then we had to build an app in Android. Nice haircut. Yeah, no, that was Connie Joe this weekend. See how good she does? We'll talk about that in a minute, right? But we had to build two separate apps, right? And SK files and all this crazy stuff. Like it was a pain in the ass, and it was very expensive, right? And technology wasn't where it is today. Now, today, like I can take, one native language, build both apps at once, and so we're looking to do this. I'm testing it with CourseSprout right now. We're building out an app for CourseSprout, and then I've been experimenting. I've been kind of keeping that in the back of my mind. How incredible would that be, where you had like coupons and stuff like that, right? Um, love the idea of an app. Just needs to be something that people won't view as phone clutter. Well, I mean, that'll be up to you, right? What's the value you provide? We're going to talk a lot about the value today. But first, let me kind of get the elephant out of the room. A lot of people have been asking me for this all weekend. Guys, I've been super, super busy because we got the Mintbird launch coming up. But can you all see this link right here? Actually, not this link. Let me give you this link. If you didn't watch the replay, this has nothing to do with newsletters, but everybody's been messaging me. Here's the link. Here's the replay. You can go to that link right there that you see on the screen. Okay. I shot this as a build up for Mintbird. So people that don't know me that come in, this is a great way to get people in the door so that they can watch how I took one of my mastermind members and built a product in real time. Right. So we did that over the weekend. Did everybody see that already? If you didn't see it, there it is. If you would please leave a comment at the bottom, that would be great. But we went and built this incredible product based off of what one of Jim's methods that he's figured out, and we did that this weekend. And I think it's something that everybody can do. And what's awesome about this, the reason why I gotta keep showing up and doing what I'm doing, is everything that we did live on that call. I left and had one of the biggest light bulb moments. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to automate that whole I'm just going to automate that whole damn process for everybody, right? So I have a meeting with G right after this call, and everything that we did, we're just going to go through and automate the whole thing for this launch, right? So it's going to be really good. We're super excited with this launch. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing that I want to mention is, like I said, I had a super, super busy weekend. We got this one right here, not Baseball by Design. That's the corporate name, but I got this done. I got this launched. We already got leads coming in. I expect we'll start having our first sales today. This process right here, this page, following the exact same process that I did with you guys with Jim, right? Creating your own framework, your own process, like everything, it was exactly the same, right? But I'm going to go over here and I'm going to open up my Google Draw. And can you guys see my screen right now? Can everybody see my screen? Type in the chat. Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, good. Gee, how close are we to having those sites ready? You see, maybe he already sent them to me. He's usually pretty fast.
I'm gonna give it to you in a second.
Okay, perfect. Um, so this is what happens, right? So I'm working on the stuff for the coach. I'm working on our JV page. Almost got our JV page done. Our JV page is monster. And what else? Oh, I'm working on the stuff with Jim. Super, super busy weekend, right? But pretty pleasant weekend. Um, Connie Joe says to me, she goes, "Hey, can you think of more ways that I can get more clients and sell more products in my business?" Now, guys, I want you to pay very close attention. And this is, hold on, I'm gonna come off camera. I want to make sure you get this, okay? The reason why I love this part of the equation is even though she's my partner and my significant other, but my partner in business, how many of you are looking at that situation and going, wait a minute? She's also what a local business owner, what a local client would be. On a scale of 1 out of 10, how many of you are starting to understand this right now? She's a hairstylist. She's a hairstylist at one of the top salons in the industry, right? So whatever I'm able to figure out, whatever I'm able to do with her, then you guys should look at that and go, oh, I can do that with the chiropractor. I can do that with the coffee shop. I can do that with my attorney. I can do that with the chamber. I can do that. Same exact thing. Does that make sense? So that's the reason why that there's a second part of that that's really, really exciting and it's super valuable for you guys, right? So she says to me, how do I get more clients and how do I sell more product? Because the hair industry is like on a decline. Like it's really, really hard to get people to show up for appointments. You know, it's a common thing now. It's changing a lot, as with a lot of service businesses, right? So my answer was very, very simple. My answer was own the town. Now, I want you guys to type that in the chat. Okay. I want you to type own the town in the chat. Okay. This is really, really important. All right. Um, and I think this is going to be a super, super valuable lesson for you guys. Now, when I mean own the town, we've already talked about, and this is going to be a recap for some people, but we've already talked about how, and you guys can see my Google Draw. Yeah. Can everybody see this? We've already talked about how we have the community. We've already talked about how we have the pets. So for us, we have the dogs. Everybody loves dogs. Everybody loves dogs. I'm going to say it again. Whether you're a dog lover or not, everybody loves dogs. Is everybody starting to understand this isn't about what you love? It's about what the community loves to get them engaged. Yeah. The other thing that everybody loves is food. Everybody loves food. Yeah. So now all of a sudden, uh, she asked me that question, and my answer is own the town, right? Well, so how do we do that? Well, we go out there and we create a publication where she can feel comfortable featuring herself. And we go out there and get the best summerlinsalons.com. What's your domain, Connie? What is it? I know we haven't set everything up yet, but what's that domain you got? Right. So while we're just waking up or whatever, she asked ChatGPT, "Hey, I have a community. I have the pets. I got the food, and now I want to be able to get clients, and I want to be able to sell products like the heck is the name of that product? Starts with a K. I can never remember the name of that product, but she's got a whole entire line of products that she can sell, right? So this is West Valley Shoutouts. This is Save the Doggy. This is Vegas Fork. And this is SummerlinHairSalons.com. Now, this one, I'm going to make it purple. And the reason why is because this is going to be super expensive. And we tried this. We went out there and we ran ads. How many of you remember the ad where I threw the box at her? Does anybody remember the ad, the attention-getting ad where I threw the box at her? Does anybody remember that? Yeah. Okay, guess what? Expensive. Super, 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 super expensive. I'm going to tell you something else too. I went out there and I was super excited. My friend Alan Miller, he said, "Man, you're crushing it with these lead ads. 40 cents cost per lead, 60 cents cost per lead. That's crazy. Can you help me put together a lead ad for my wife this weekend? She's a realtor." I knew she was a realtor, but I'm telling you guys, she's a realtor. I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So we go and we create the ad and we load the house and everything else. How much do you think the cost per lead was, guys? Somebody type in the chat. What do you think the cost per lead was? Yep, over 30 bucks. And I felt so bad because he turned it on. He set like a $50 day budget or whatever, thinking, okay, I'm gonna get 25 leads or whatever. Went on vacation, came back after a week, is like, dude, I got like 7 leads. I'm like, oh, cool. How much were they? Like, tell me they're under a dollar. He's like, no, man, they were like $35 a piece. So you got like one lead every single day and it hit his budget, right? So I've also found that to be the truth with Nick Coe. I was super, super excited what we were doing with lead ads, and we went out there and we created this publication called Why AI. It was a niche newsletter, and we went out there and ran it, and the leads came back $7 a pop. He was super happy with that. I'm like, no, Nick, that's not good, right? $7 a pop. So what I've understood, guys, is Facebook's not stupid. It knows when you have the opportunity to make money, and it knows when you're playing. Is that making sense to you guys? I want to make sure you guys get this. The reason, so if we come over here, this is expensive. If we come over here and advertise the car, even with the lead ad, yeah, it's going to be expensive. If we come over here and do this for real estate, it's going to be expensive. All right. Now over here on this side, guess what? Nobody wants this stuff. You want to know why? Because nobody has figured out how to monetize that. Who has figured out how to monetize that, guys? Anybody? Nobody has figured out how to monetize that except maybe realtors, right? By owning YouTube. So this over here, it's dirt cheap right now. All right. So when I say own the town, and I really want to get this across to you guys, okay? When I say own the town, all right, this is what we call your trilogy. And now these ones over here, we're able to sneak people in. Scale of 1 out of 10, how many of you are getting this right now? So we'll go out there and do what we're doing. We'll go out there and run ads. Right now, we're doing well with the community, right? I'm sure there's no doubt in my mind when we went out there and ran a like campaign for Save the Doggy, the dog, we featured the dog from the pound that was about to get put to sleep. So I said, man, use the dog. The dog is going to get the highest CTR, tie it to your business page. That way, you're going to get monster likes. At the same time, you're getting exposure to this beautiful dog that's about to be put to sleep. Yeah? Is everybody getting this right now? So we know for a fact this one's dirt cheap. We know for a fact that this one's going to be even cheaper. Why? High CTR. Everybody loves dogs. And what I've been trying to figure out for you guys is there anybody that's all in on this trilogy here? Type in the chat, let me know. Who is all in on this trilogy? Yeah, because with our technology, you're going to own the town. And that's what I mean by own the town, right? What I'm trying to figure out is if you take something like Save the Doggy, what's incredible is if there's a dog that's about to be put to sleep, did you know that people will donate thousands of dollars to try to save that dog? How many of you knew that? And I keep seeing it over and over and over. I'm like, okay, I could teach my people how to do this, but my question is, what do people do with that money? And Connie and I have tossed this idea around because we can build a feature in the app where people can donate or whatever, right? They can donate over here, they can donate here, they can donate here, they can donate here. But this one here is where you can get the most donations. And I would hope that you would take those donations and actually, try to, do whatever your cause is, okay? But what we're trying to figure out is, okay, these people are raising thousands of dollars for this dog that's about to be put down. So it's like, okay, what do you do? Do you go, because I would want to be accountable for every single penny, right? So do you go over here to Petco and buy $100 worth of food for the new pet owner? Do you go to the vet and get a certificate for the dog to get checked out? Do you come over here and buy a basket of collars and this and that and this and that? Like, what do you do? What do you do with that money? Do you just write a check to the animal shelter? Because I wouldn't trust them. Like, what do you do with the money? That's what we haven't figured out. But we are trying to figure that out. And the reason why is because we know for a fact that you are going to get a lot of donations here if you choose to, especially if you name this like something like Save the Doggy. Now, a scale of 1 out of 10, does everybody understand this right now? So the naming is really, really important, okay? Everybody has nailed this on the head with your buzz, with your shout outs, with all that stuff. You've nailed it on the head. All right. So we're good. We're good with the community. Now we come over here to the pets. Okay. You want it to sound, and it doesn't just have to be pets, whatever your cause is. You might be trying to get, more exposure to cancer or get the word out, cancer awareness, not exposure to cancer. You might be trying to, cancer awareness, or I was talking to somebody else, they want to get awareness to autism, right? Or you might be working with Make the Wish, like whatever it is, right? Making kids dreams come true.com, whatever it is, you really want it to sound like a cause. Okay. And so when people come in here, I want you guys to understand this, and they see that you're saving dogs and they see that you're having fun, all of a sudden, and I hope everybody took me up on my advice, all of a sudden you are a true media company. Is everybody getting this right now? Now, I can go to Wyoming Secretary of State. You guys want to write this down? You don't got to go to LegalZoom or anything else. I can go to Wyoming Secretary of State. Let me show you guys something. Remember, I spent 22 years in Wyoming, so I know a lot about the state. And the one thing about the state is they stay out of your business, right? Wyoming Secretary. The other thing that you might not know about the state, don't go doing this. Just go to Wyoming Secretary of State. The other thing that you might want to know about the state of Wyoming is that's where the LLC was formed, right? The first LLC was in Wyoming, right? But you can come over here to business filing, and you can come over here and you can register, right? You can form a new business, okay? I think it's gonna cost you like 90 bucks or whatever else, but you go through and you answer their questions. Now, what you need to have is you need to have a registered agent in Wyoming. But the cool thing is you find a service that gives you a registered agent. You can find them online. You can create as many LLCs as you want to. What I recommend that you do is I recommend that this whole entire thing, for me, it is Nicely Media LLC. Nicely Media LLC controls all of our, not software, right? I won't do that again, but it controls like all of our marketing and everything else. Our software is in a separate organization, right? A separate company, so that it just needs to be split, right? So everybody can go to something like Wyoming or Jersey or whatever, and you can get a really, really nice LLC. Now, I'm not an attorney, so I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm just here to tell you I wouldn't pay LegalZoom 400 bucks or whatever to set up an LLC when you can do it yourself very quickly. Like, look what Priscilla's saying. LLC in California is a minimum $800 a year tax. Not Wyoming. It's 50 bucks, 49 bucks. And you just file it online. And every single one of you don't have to live in Wyoming. You just have to have a registered agent to be able to do that, right? So is everybody starting to understand why I want you to be an LLC? Is everybody getting this right now? Time in the chat. Let me know if you get it. This is what I want you to do. And what's going to happen, guys, is you're going to want to go get something like partners. I'm going to show you. And by the way, I haven't set this up yet, but I know what to do. You're going to want to get something like partners at nicelymediallc.com. You're going to want to have a really nice official address. And this is what you're going to use for all the affiliate offers and stuff that you sign up for. Does that make sense? So don't go signing up for affiliate offers yet until you have all this worked out. And when somebody goes to Nicely Media LLC, well, then what you're going to do is you are going to feature yourself as a media company, and you have West Valley shoutouts, and you have the Save the Doggy, and you have Vegas Fork, and now we have Summerlin Salons. Got it? And it really is as easy as I'm saying. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take this out. Now that you all start to get this, look, Facebook knows. Facebook knows if you have a chance to make a sale. Yeah? So Facebook looks at this and says, oh, They're playing. They're just playing. Why? Nobody knows how to monetize that. You guys do. You guys do, right? Because our goal is to build up a list of subscribers as big as we can in the community. And I'll tell you, that is super exciting for me. And it should be for you too. Okay. But now you try to go out there and run these ads, and trust me, I have done lots of them. Facebook's going to take advantage of it. You're going to pay high cost. All right. So what we're able to do is get the dirt cheap traffic over here. And let me ask you a question. And I showed you this last week. When I have that, as soon as somebody signs up and this widget opens up and says, thank you, you're subscribed to West Valley Shoutouts. Yes or no, how many of you would then, if you were in that area, you would then go and click a button that says Join Vegas Fork, where you can hear about the latest reviews, recipes, and everything happening in the Summerlin area, all dealing with food. Yes or no? How many of you are going to join that? Just like that, right? So now we've cut our subscriber costs in half. Yeah, because we got them in both places. All right. And then the next one's going to say, also check out Save the Doggy, right? Where we're on a mission to stop euthanization with dogs here in the Vegas area. How many of you are going to join that? Cool. Now we've taken that one subscriber, we got them into three separate publications, right? And then down below, now we have one more thing, right? That says, hey, if you're a lady that takes pride in her looks and is always wanting to know about the best hairstyles and the best products and the top salons in the Vegas area and the top stylists, we recommend that you check out summerlinsalons.com. And we're going to get a lot of people doing this. And obviously, we're going to get the interested ladies inside of here. Is this making sense to you guys? Now, how many of you are starting to get some ideas right now? How many of you are starting to understand, wait a minute. So I'm going to be able to find these business owners. And not only am I going to be able to go out there and do everything that we've been talking about, set up their pages, write their emails for them, build out their communities, do like Jim Phillips doing and run lead ads and everything else. But on top of that, guys, Chad, you're saying that I can take them and plug them into my lead flow? Like all this can be separate over here underneath Nicely Media. And then Connie is over here as a local business owner. And I'm able to tie her into the sign up process. And I'm also able to bring in guest articles, probably not so much in food, probably not so much in pets, but I can certainly bring these guest articles into the community. Scale of 1 out of 10. Is everybody getting this right now? Good stuff, yeah? Good stuff. Okay, so I feel like we got this part handled. All right. So some things came up this weekend. Okay. So we have a huge opportunity. And let me go ahead and show you real fast. I think give me your domain again, Connie. I think that ChatGPT created the logo for her, right? She's got to go through, she's got to do all this stuff. But if I go to archives, maybe, I don't know. Okay. All right. So this is the first time I'm super proud of her because it's the first time she's put herself out there. And it's because it's in a world that she likes. Okay. So the first thing we do is notice we have SummerlinHairSalons.com. All right, guys, that is a pure SEO play. Make sense? That is a pure SEO play. Now, first of all, we can ask ChatGPT. And what I've been trying to teach you guys, I don't think it's all that great at necessarily writing, but it knows SEO really well. So what I was telling Connie is, look, just lay it all out. Say, look, I own West Valley Shoutouts, and we have Save the Doggy, and we have Vegas Fork, and I want to get another publication. And the reason why is I want to be able to get more hair appointments in the area, because you already know I'm a hairstylist, and I want to be able to sell my products. Can you help me come up with a domain that's going to be really good for SEO? and it gave her a list and it said, this is the one I recommend right here, SummerlinHairSalons.com, because any article you write, you have better chances of getting high rankings. On a scale of 1 out of 10, does everybody understand this right now? So when we come back and we look at this, this one's important. You got to be careful with your city name, right? Because if you start doing better in your city, just make sure there's no trademarks or anything. These three here, guys, it's not necessarily about SEO because what we're going to do is we're going to use the pages to bring in the traffic. Yeah? But this one right here is absolutely about SEO. Now, this is the thing that comes up. If I go and look at the all these communities, there's and I'm not bagging on anybody. First of all, awesome work on becoming great action takers. Okay. But I'm seeing some people that already have, like, I think somebody had like 450 articles written with our software. And if you're just trying to keep up with the news, like somebody just died, or some baby was born, or we have a Fourth of July festival, whatever, and if you're just constantly trying to, keep your site where you have news and you're not necessarily trying to get ranked, okay, that's okay. And if you're out there sharing online in your page or whatever, and you're just super, super active, and we're getting a lot of subscribers that way, right? Then that's okay. But this play right here, guys, where we're dealing with businesses, now it's a matter of quality over quantity. Is everybody getting this right now? So the reason why we made this feature over here where you're cranking out articles or whatever, and I got that little checkbox that says do not index this, is because I'm assuming that you just want to pump out articles to put in your feed, so you always have something new up there, and you want to share it to your page. And you don't necessarily want to have that reputation in the Google searches where there's just thousands of articles that aren't very valuable, except they were valuable at the very minute somebody got dinged and found out that, hey, there's a town meeting tonight. All right. So when we come over here to business, now we get a little bit more serious. So the domain, very, very important. These articles that people are writing over here, okay, that keep their community active and everything else, they will rank, but for the most part, these are junk articles, and we're keeping our wall busy, our page busy, and we're keeping our feed busy. Okay. And if that's all you care about and you're having fun doing that, then by all means, keep doing what you're doing. Okay. But over here now, it's time to get a little serious. Okay. And so we want to make sure that we have an SEO domain. We also want to make sure that our articles, we have a plan for our articles. And I'm here to tell you, and I've got a lot of experience with SEO back in the day, that one really, really good article can outperform these 400 articles over here. If I got SEO people, I know Eric's on the call, I know some other people on the call. If you know that to be true, then I want you to back me up. One really good article can outperform all the articles that we're just spitting out. How many of you need to hear that right now? So over here, I want you to understand that the town is going to know who you are. Okay. You're going to have real customers and we have a chance to monetize. This over here is all about quality. It's all about quality. And when I say that we need to have a plan, before we write an article over here, guys, we want to know exactly what people are searching for. Is this making sense to you guys? So we don't have to have a lot. What if I told you that if she really puts her heart and soul into this, and I know she's going to, that she could have 25 of the top search terms, have a beautiful, high quality article that anybody in that market, anybody looking for a hairstylist or for products or to get their extensions done or whatever, is going to find a lot of value in what she's providing and the content and resources that she's providing. Does that make sense? Is everybody getting this right now? Eric says, Chad, the same is true in social media versus follower count. Yeah, and we'll get to that too, right? And we'll talk about some of the things we're going to be doing to help you with that. So quality over quantity when we're dealing with business over here, okay? And this is where every single article we are going to turn around and we are going to rank for. Okay, that's going to be our goal. All right. So when you think about back in the day, there was a strategy where, okay, I can just go buy 100 backlinks on Fiverr. How many of you have seen those packages before? You can go for 30 bucks and they'll give you 200 backlinks. How many of you have seen that before? Yeah, we've all seen it, right? So here's the thing, okay? Don't do that. That's going to hurt you. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is I want you to do. And I see people like Tony and Eric that have SEO experience. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts and input too. But I'm going to tell you exactly what we're trying to do. Today, man, it's all about what can we do to make this look as real as possible. So somebody like Connie Joe, who just registered her domain the other day, has this beautiful site now. Okay. She is not going to turn around and have 200 people linking to her in 2 days, is she? Let me see what you sent me. Stuart, what did you send me? She is not going to have that happen, right? Why don't you give me a screenshot, Stuart? I can't see that. So we're going to have a different plan. But first, I want to show you this site that, and let me just check in with you guys. Are you getting a lot of value on this call? I don't know if this cell is still here. I tried to get you guys to go do it because we're going to focus a lot on this because I like the simplicity of this. But this is called Answer the Public. I think they do have a free version. She picked up a lifetime version. It was not $90, but it was $119 for life. And it allows her to do 100 searches a day. And so, what did you search for to come up with this right here, Connie? What did you search for? So I'm going to go ahead and type in Summerlin salons. Let's go ahead and do this, and let me see what comes up. Right? I don't know what she searched for, but I can do 100 searches a day, which is plenty for you guys. You can do 100 searches a week and be just fine. And what it's going to do is it's going to come up with all these keywords. You can see it's still spinning, right? It's going to come up with all these keywords, 23 results. Um, if I wanted to do PPC, I'd be paying about $2.26. Okay. And then this is, I believe, how hard it is to rank low, medium, or good, but don't quote me on that. This is the first time I've logged in a long time. She's mainly been the one that has been playing with this, but I want you to take a look at the data that it provides. Okay. This is telling you what people are searching for. Now, how many of you are looking at this right now and going, oh my God, I could take my local client, set up a publication, have high quality articles written, and now we can use AI to do that. I'm not telling you can't use AI, right? Create a newsletter and plug them into uh, what I call a traffic source. How many of you are starting to see us right now? And not only that, when we plug these people in, we don't have to do this for free. We can turn around and say to Connie, hey, it's going to cost, normally if I go out there and run ads, we're going to be getting it's going to cost anywhere from $3 to $7 per lead for your business. I can plug you into my traffic source or whatever, and I can get it down to like 60 cents a lead, 70 cents a lead. And you're able to prove the leads coming in, right? And you can just do it by flipping a switch with a co-reg. Okay. So I searched for uh, Summerlin salons. It tells me exactly what people are searching for, right? And I can come over here to a list. Okay. So it'll give me a list like this. And then this is by alphabetical order. And I don't know why it's not showing all the search volume. She got it to show. Maybe it's still loading. I don't know, but we can download the CSV, whatever we want to do. But I can see the exact keywords that I need to rank for. So not only do I see the keywords, I also see what it is, the questions people are asking. Is this making sense? So when I say that we want to go over there, this has changed a lot since I've seen it, guys. I thought it was gonna be really easy to show you this. But when I say we want to start writing articles with intention, this is what I'm talking about. Now, I'm sure that there are lots of tools that you guys can use. Let me see, use 1 to 2 words for best results. Yeah, you got it to pull all the data. It's not pulling the data for me, but there's certainly enough to get started with. Okay. And your client would normally pay $2.28 cost per click, $2.21 cost per click, $1.35 cost per click to get exposure. And look at this here, guys. We could very easily take Letterman, create the publication just like she did, okay? And then turn around and create articles based on what people are searching for and make sure that we are mentioning those keywords sounding natural at the same time. Because I searched Las Vegas hairstylist, not Summerlin. Okay. Is this making sense to you guys? Scale of 1 out of 10. So now, uh, here's the thing, okay? I thought ChatGPT was like, ChatGPT is not, I like this because it's just all in one place. I don't have to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? Um, and like I said, it was a good deal when she bought it. I don't know how much it is now, but if you can get it for that price, maybe search around or whatever, you guys share that. I try to get you in there. This is what I would do, okay? I wouldn't give up on AI whatsoever. Um, I would simply be aware of here's what people are searching for, and here's the keywords I want to make sure that I have. And then I would ask ChatGPT, like, let me see if I can do this. I don't have the greatest internet right now. But if I come over here, and we'll probably build software to do this later on, guys, but for right now, I'm tired of building software. For right now, I'm going to say, I am creating an article. I am creating a high quality article that I want to rank locally here in Summerlin. Okay. And I'm going to feed it whatever it is that I'm trying to rank for, right? So let me see if I can get back over here. And I'm just doing Google right now. It pulls from all these places, guys. I don't know how any of that works because, like I said, I was old school with this software years ago. I haven't played with it since. They've done a lot of changes to it. Where did my chat GPT go? Here it is. Okay. No, that's not it either. It's this one right here. Come on, browser. There we go. Okay. That is what I am trying to rank for. And I can also mention, let's see if I get back to those search terms. You guys have to play with this to become familiar with it, right? It's a very, very powerful tool, but I want to get back to that tree. Your searches. She's so much better at this than I am. She's like, maybe you should take a look at them. Oh no, I'm good. But I would take that tree and whatever the questions are that they're asking, I would put that into ChatGPT as well, right? Tell me the structure of this article. I want it to be very valuable for this community and rank for those terms. What do you suggest? And this is exactly what we did with Connie this weekend, okay? So now look, perfect. Since you're targeting Summerlin hair salons, your local keyword, the article should balance SEO structure and real local value. So it actually gets read and shared. Here's the structure I suggest for a high quality rankable piece. Suggested structure for Summerlin hair articles. Intro 150 to 200 words. Briefly introduce Summerlin as a vibrant community. Highlight the demand for high quality hair salons in the area. And actually mention the keyword Summerlin hair salon in the first three sentences. Why choose the right salon in Summerlin matters. Talk about the importance of finding the right stylist. Mention the common needs, cuts, color, extensions, men's grooming. Include emotional triggers. Top hair salons in Summerlin feature list. Create a curated list of 7 to 10 salons for each. Include the salon name, location, specialty service. Why locals love it. Types of services you can find in Summerlin hair salons. Haircut, styling, blah, blah, blah. 5 tips for choosing the right hair and salon. Community voices, mini testimonials. FAQ section, conclusion, call to action. All right. So now it's to say, do you want me to draft an outline? Sure. Now, how many of you saw the difference in that article versus what you are creating and sharing on your walls? Yes or no? How many of you saw the difference? Here's an outline. Okay. So now it's going to go into hook, why hair care is a big deal in Summerlin. Mention Summerlin hair salons, the first sentence. Okay. And now it's going to offer to rewrite the article for me. Okay. It's going to write the article. Total 1900 words. Would you like me to draft it? Yes. Write the article. I'm running out of time. All right. So we're going to write the article now. Now, I wouldn't just take it and plug this in. You need to make sure that this is factual, right? Do not count on ChatGPT, Perplexity, Grok, any of them. Like they will screw up addresses. They will tell you that Square Salon is in, Casper, Wyoming. Like don't, remember, this is all about quality. But how many of you are looking at this right now and you're going, yeah, this is super, super valuable, lots of content for an article? Yes or no? If you want a prompt, here you go. 10 most frequently asked questions. Yeah, that's great too. That's a great prompt. So see, you have SEO people in the house, guys, not just me. You have actual SEO people in the house. But my point in doing this demonstration for you, this article is around 1900 words and fully fleshed out. Photos to each salon, a Google map embed of Summerlin salons, internal links to your own newsletter. Okay, my point in showing you this was so that you could very quickly see the difference between a high quality article, one that is super valuable to the community, that makes you an authority figure in that niche. Now we're talking about niches versus what we are creating when there's a car wreck on 5th and Melrose. Is that making sense to you guys? How many of you are starting to get this right now? Yeah. So that was a very quick demonstration. I know that you guys will come together and come up with the most incredible process. If you don't think that I'm not going to automate this process, I will. I'm just over my head with development right now. But that is the plan in the future to create a very, very high quality authority article versus just a quick one that you're sharing on social media, right? Like you can say, William say, never do those articles. Yeah, if you do something like that, do not rank it. That's why we have that checkbox not to rank it. If you want it in your news feed, fine. If you want to share it on your wall, fine. Don't rank it. Do not rank it. Start ranking high quality stuff, especially when it matters. Do you guys get this right now? When I look at the community, if the community sees that you're posting updates and you're the latest news and you're the news source and everything else, I think it's okay. If you feature every single time they're about to put a dog down, I think you're okay. If you feature this new restaurant that's opening up and this horrible review over here, I think you're okay. This is all busy, busy, busy stuff backed by the page. And yeah, you're going to rank some of it, especially when you bring in what I just taught you. But for the most part, when you're doing this where it counts, when you have the ability to get a sale, and when you're working with clients, and by the way, could we have 3 different clients in the area that we're plugging this method into? Yes or no? Could we? We could. Now, is there anybody that is super discouraged with what I just shared with you and going, oh my God, that's so much work? Yes or no? How many of you are looking at what ChatGPT just said and you heard me say, don't just take his word for it, go through, check it, make sure it's good. You're going to bring your clients' products in here. You're going to feature your clients' videos. Connie has hundreds, if not thousands, of videos that she has shot with her phone and before and after. And I was like, my God, make this your signature site. Make it so valuable so that you are the authority figure. You are a rock star. You are the true Vegas hair diva. And when somebody comes in to make an appointment with you, it's only by referral only. And you only work with specific clients. And then go run the marketing for your whole entire salon. And then when you figure that out, go out there and run the marketing for salons all around the country if that's what you want to do. That's how big this can get because nobody has figured out what it is I'm sharing with you guys. Nobody. Now, notice she doesn't have the news ticker here or anything else. It's a pretty clean site, right? Um, at the same exact time that we're creating these articles, I want to share something else with you. So I already mentioned that we want to be very, very authentic in the eyes of Google. And once you guys get this down, then we'll start going into AI SEO because now people are getting resources out of ChatGPT and stuff like that. If you don't think our newsletters aren't going to rank for AI SEO in our articles, guess again, because we're already working on it, right? So that's the future. But right now, let's take care of Google, which I believe most of the residents in your local area are still probably taking out their phone and searching for things on Google. I know I still do, right? So how do we make this look original? Well, guys, I'm going to mention something to you, and I believe that this is going to be a total game changer for you. And it's going to be a high, high authority natural link. How many of you remember the site Pinterest? Who remembers Pinterest? Anybody? Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something. Pinterest is on fire right now. And Pinterest's goal is not to keep you on their platform, but to send you to other platforms like TikTok, like Facebook, like your article, like your article. So now we take these articles, right? We take the URL to the article with all the SEO metadata and everything else, and we go out there and we make what's called a pin. And we link it back to our article. And now what's happening is not only are you going to get traffic from Pinterest, okay, and I've been talking to people all weekend that are getting like 20 million views a month. It's insane. I'm like, Pinterest? Are you sure? Because I reach out to all these SEO people. I show them the articles. I show them what we're doing. They're like, this is incredible. Your people are going to do so well. I'm like, what do you recommend for high quality backlinking right now? And the first thing she said is, not only are you going to get high quality backlinks, Chad, you're going to get a buttload of traffic. I was like, Pinterest? From like 12 years ago. Yeah, Pinterest. Pinterest. That's the first thing. I've been begging Mr. Jim to go and create a course on how to use NextDoor. And I'm not talking about the one that he has to create from this weekend. I'm talking about how he uses NextDoor not to get commissions, but to get subscribers. Well, guess what? When we're able to post on Nextdoor and with Pinterest, I don't want to use the word spammy, but we don't have to be as clever. But when we post on Nextdoor, we kind of need to be clever and we kind of need to answer somebody's question or provide value so that we are collecting leads in disguise. We're collecting subscribers in disguise, right? You're also going to hear about platforms like Substack that has a lot of authority. Medium has a lot of authority. WordPress.org has a lot of authority. Okay. All of these things are high quality sites. So when we take a link from over here, and you want to do this naturally, I don't want to hear about some AI platform that's going to go and take your article and post it in 1,000 different places. The number one question you got to ask yourself is, does this look natural in the eyes of Google? And if Connie's trying to get exposure to her article, then of course she can take a screenshot, post it on Pinterest with a link to her article. Yes or no? How many of you are starting to get this right now? So now we're starting to look very, very genuine in the eyes of Google. At the same exact time, remember, these keywords that we are trying to rank for, guys, they're not very complicated. When you go and you compare it to building a list, making money online, AI, like when you try to rank for niche keywords, good luck. And trust me, I was using a tool back in the day called Market Samurai. Is that still around, Eric? You remember Market Samurai? That was such a cool tool. I would go load all the keywords that I was trying to rank for, and every single day I would see little green arrows, little red arrows, right? And I would just rank my blog for all of these keywords. What I didn't know back in the day was how to take my traffic that I was getting to my blog and automatically send out a newsletter like we do today, right? So I was using tools like Market Samurai, SE Nuke, XRummer, Magic Article Submitter, Backlinks Indexer. I was using all these tools, and I had about 5 VAs that were constantly spitting out what I'm going to call garbage. You want to know why? Because it was a lot easier back in the day. And we used to be able to stuff keywords and make them invisible at the bottom. And then we go and have all these backlink farms and run all these tools, right? You can't do that anymore. What you got to do is just do exactly what Google wants you to do. Now, you're not going to want to do this in the niche space, guys. We're getting ready to go into the niche space, right? This is all niche stuff. You ain't going to want to do it. You're not going to want to try to rank nationally for these big niche keywords. Local, kid in a candy store, all day long. And it's not going to take many. We don't have to have, right, Eric? We don't have to have 200 high quality backlinks down here. No, no, we just need a few authority backlinks because it's already very easy to rank for what we call these long tail keywords. But that one keyword right there provides Connie 8,100 searches a month. She's like, so I don't have to rank for Summerlin.com. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't. You can go and rank for these long tail keywords. And with our process, when somebody comes over here, you can say, do you want to join here? Do you want to join here? Do you want to join here? How many of you just had a huge light bulb moment? And by naturally ranking for those long tail keywords, you are working towards your big goals of ranking for those big keywords like Summerlin.com. And she's already convinced herself, I can't rank for that. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, you can't. No, no, they got sites all over the place. They've been there since the beginning of time. Mm-mm. You can rank for it. We just reverse engineer what they did. We put together a better plan, consistency, discipline, and very high quality. Now, here's the other good news. This is great news for you guys. Guess what Google loves about what we're doing? And they know. Don't think they don't know. Guess what they love about your publication? Anybody? They love the fact that you are sending out a long content valued newsletter. They love it. They absolutely love it. You will get favoritism because of the way this system is set up. I promise you. True statement, right, Eric? The other thing they love is that you're doing local. They don't have any local, guys. Nobody's trying to do what we're trying to do. They need you. They need you in your area to be providing the kind of value that you're providing. Is this making sense to everybody? Eric, you want to mute yourself for a minute and talk? I know you got a lot of experience in this.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, man. Talk it up.
Well,
Respond.
I was just getting ready to to summarize that, it's quality over quantity. You need to act organic, not tricky, because everyone wants like the shortcut. Stop doing that. Stick to the rules of Google. Don't try to float outside of that and use high authority sites. You brought up the WordPress.com, the Pinterest. You're gonna sail in that. You're gonna be so authoritative that they say, we see that you're doing this and draw attention to your local market. And our local players are going to say, wow, you finally solved that problem I was having because you're consistent.
You know what's so fun about this though? Like you're old school SEO too, right?
Very old school.
Yeah, so back in the day, we had to have like 10 VAs and pumping out all this software and writing articles and like I was pulling my hair out. I was stupid. I had 185 niche sites, right? I had how to develop your photographic memory.com. I had acnecures.com. I had acnefixes.com. I had all these different niche sites and I was constantly, yeah, e-sign articles. I was constantly having
Right.
content written and everything. And man, you had to hustle to get the rankings back in the day. And we didn't have really, we had Google advertising, but not Facebook ads weren't hot and everything like they are now. Now everybody's just focused on paid media, right? Control your
Yeah.
growth. Today, man, our people can do this. Our people can chill and just
Yes,
take
they
their
can.
article and come over here on Substack or Pinterest and just share it like they normally would and get pretty much like the same exposure we used to get having to have 3 to 5 staff members and 20 different pieces of software running. I can remember having satellite servers all over the place running SE Nuke and oh man, those are painful days, right?
Yeah,
But
let's not bore them with the old stuff because
yeah,
it was painful. It was painful. Yet,
yeah,
yet today, we can bring up the social element. Social media, you could have 100 followers and something can go viral just instantly. So let's not get hooked up on like, hey, I gotta have like a gazillion followers. That day is over because that reach has changed. The algorithm of like just because you have a million followers doesn't mean that they see your content anymore. Back in the day, it did, but that's gone. The aspect of you could create content in YouTube, and YouTube could go viral for you just on one video or one short. You could be in TikTok and drop a video there, and it could just go viral instantly. So I want to encourage everyone, don't forget those ways to just continue to put quality content out, and it may go viral. It really may.
yeah. And here's what's going to blow your guys' mind, right? Google also knows about that. If you have, and we're going to change this, we're going to put your author profile, your Facebook and all that stuff, because we want it linked back to your authority. So Connie's West Valley Shoutouts, guess what? She got 10,000 followers. She is an authority figure. So Google looks at this and says, okay, not only is she creating incredible content over here in West Valley Shoutouts and this newsletter, all these people are over here following her as well. And we're seeing all this engagement over here. So these social signals are playing a big part of this today, right?
Huge, huge social signals. Okay. Huge. I mean, they still index Facebook. It's a social signal, you guys. Google indexes that. I encourage my clients also to continue to check their competition, see what their competition is doing. Google business profile is still a good ranking factor too for that. You said to use the new LLCs as media. Make sure your Google business profile is on point. Is important too.
You're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So this is so some people will come back to me and say, I don't understand the purpose of the likes and followers. I'm like, well, you're gonna learn to turn those into subscribers. But not only that, you need to build up your following because it's related to your newsletter. Nobody is understanding that yet. You understand
Yes,
it.
I do. I do. If
Yeah,
you go to a grocery store today, you should ask someone, where do you go to get your news? And they'll go, oh, I go CNN, Wall Street Journal, whatever. And then say, well, what do you go for your local news? And you can get a subscriber for every place that you go in your daily operation. The cleaners, the hair salon. You could be pumping gas and ask them, hey, where do you go for your local news? And you get subscribers just like that organically. Make them
Yeah.
do a search in their phone because we want an IP address to kind of link to your domain. And then you make them sign up on their phone. Don't hand them your phone and make them sign up. Make it where they sign up on their phone. Um, and then you stay in touch. You
Right.
stay in touch because you don't know who they know or what they know in the community. Hey, would
So,
you like to me to do an article? I look for interesting content. Would you like to be a contributor? Oh yeah, I got this. I do this. I talk to these people, and now you have a source for getting local content.
and when you do that, it is going to be so much easier for them to get paid what they want to get paid.
It is.
Like you guys will not understand like the simple path that I'm laying out does not change anything you're doing. It's not like, okay, I gotta stop this thing I'm doing with Bitcoin or with this or that. Keep doing your normal business. Right? I'm asking you to put out like one article a day to instantly create your newsletter every other day, even, right? All your newsletters now, right? Just one every other day is enough to get your newsletter out. For the stuff you're trying to rank, I'm saying slow down for a minute and make sure that it's super valuable for your community. Because ultimately, we want somebody picking up the phone saying, is this Connie Joe? Yeah. What do I got to do to get in there to see you? Right? That's not just about SEO, guys.
Those business owners, Chad, will bow down and kiss the ring if you're able to do that.
And the sponsors, not saying, look, uh, I already know that she's gonna be a little greedy with that one. She ain't gonna let other advertisers in there. She ain't gonna let other hairstylists. She's gonna own that. She's gonna rank for all those keywords and she's gonna take all those appointments. And at that
Yes,
point, she's no longer at $700 an appointment. Now she's at like $1,200 appointment and people are flying in to see her. Why? Because she's an authority figure,
correct.
rock star for that publication.
That's right.
And you guys have the ability to do that for all of these customers. Now, let me bring up something else, and I have a feeling Eric has a lot of experience with this. I wish Ray Lane was here. Ray Lane's not on the call, is he? Um, because here's the thing, back in the day, we would go and find these search terms, right? Like if somebody needed a plumber in Summerlin, there was search terms. And we would go and we would rank these videos and we would get them to the top positions. And then what would happen is on every single video, there would be a phone number. And whoever was paying me for that 6 months or that annual contract or whatever else, I would forward those calls to that person's number. Remember
Love
those
it.
days?
Oh, I do.
I'm here to tell you with a newsletter combined with a publication, combined with the communities, you could do the same thing.
Yes,
And this is what I'm saying by you guys can own the town.
absolutely. But that YouTube play, you could do that organically and win in local. You really could. She could have a product review on YouTube that says if you'd like to, we're looking for some testers or someone that's interested to learn more. She could have a phone number, and that gets indexed also in Google too, you guys.
Yeah, so all these publications, you're able to lock in all those keywords with the high quality plan that I just laid out for you.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying by you own the town. And the articles that you are creating to share on a page and go into a newsletter or whatever else, okay, you want them to be good, you want them to be high quality, right? But it's more important that it's relevant to the niche or to the area, what's happening. But that one that you're trying to rank for, man, that's your money page.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to get.
Can I suggest one other
Oh,
source for
please, please,
great,
please, please.
great
That's why I brought
authority?
you on here. I'm drowning, so help me out here.
Government websites have a lot of high authority, and we're sleeping on that. Okay. So if you can say, hey, mayor's office, I'd like to talk about local businesses that are doing something and get them to list those businesses on those platforms, those government websites, they have a very, very high authority.
.gov. I used to have lists of thousands of those things. And you know what? I used to have a VA that went and submitted my link to every single one. Now we don't have to.
Look at the
Like,
chat. Everyone's smiling. Question.
yeah, now we don't have to, right? So this is just kind of introducing this concept to you guys. Don't think that you got to understand everything. My point in sharing this with you is to
Don't
open
tell.
your eyes as to what I'm saying when I say own the town. And when you are out there producing content that results in revenue, not just a subscriber, but revenue, appointments, product sales, make sure that you're writing content that the community loves. It's important.
It's
This is
very
this is your
important.
brand.
Very
This is your
important.
brand, right? Is that making sense to you guys? Yeah, press releases. I haven't done press releases in 20 years. I'd love to bring Carol on and talk about that one day because I know she does a lot with press releases. That is huge with what we're doing here.
Right. Right.
Matter of fact, I should figure out what we need to do a press release for every single newsletter when it gets launched. That would just
That
make
would
so
be
much
that would be
sense.
fantastic.
That
That's
would make so
very
much sense. Maybe we can talk
fantastic.
on that when things slow down here, Carol. But yeah, it's an amazing opportunity and it sounds scary. It sounds like it has to be a lot of work. It's not.
It's not.
It's just quality, guys. It's just
It's
quality.
yeah.
That's
Be
it.
patient and do the
That's it.
quality.
And I'm here to tell you that back in the day, I was hustling. Eric, I was told it's not possible to rank. The most popular keyword in the world in 2012 was what? The hardest one to rank.
Make money online.
Make money online.
Sex.
Guess what? Number 43, right
Whoop,
here.
whoop. Page
Oh yeah,
four.
but I hustled. Now at the same time, I wrote this article. You can remember when the war ended or whatever, and there was this currency that came out of Iraq called Iraqi dinar, and everybody in America was buying it because they're like, okay, when they get their
That's right.
currency back, this stuff's gonna be worth 100. I don't even know where mine is, right? It didn't work out too well. But I wrote this article. It was very, very valuable. And guess who ranked number one for the keyword Iraqi dinar? Not that I'm proud of that, but it happened on accident. Yeah, it
You.
happened on accident, right? But it was really hard to do this stuff back in the day, guys. Now, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Just be natural.
Natural.
Be natural, have some fun, and realize the value that you provide to those business owners.
Yep.
It's super, super valuable, right?
Yes, it is.
Um, cool. Is there anything you want to leave them with, Eric?
When in doubt, relax, pause, step away from it, let it sit for a while. I'm gonna leave them with this YouTube tip, okay? When you post a video, excuse me, yeah, in YouTube, when you post a video in YouTube, do not publish right away. Use the unlisted feature. Let the let it sit for about 3 days before you go public with it. Because what we're asking Google to do is figure out where it should fit in the index. It does
Um,
that. And then when you go public with it, you slip right into the index at the right place.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just learned something new.
Let it
All right,
sit
buddy.
at unlisted first and then let it rest for 3 days. You guys are all welcome. I love you guys. Thanks, Chad.
Yeah, no, I want to see you contribute some more, man, because you're the boss when it comes to this stuff. Awesome. All right. So let me come back over here to the screen, guys, because I want you to see this. Okay. Um, so this is our new one. And literally just set it up yesterday. Like we moved everything to SMTP or whatever else. How many of you are noticing these banners over here? Like what the heck, right? So Connie works for the number one salon in the country. I believe it's the number one salon. Don't quote me on that, right? And she has access to all of these products. One of the biggest brands is this one called Kerastase. Okay. And so she's like, should we sell that on Mintbird or whatever else? I'm like, well, when it comes to e-commerce products like this, and a lot of your clients are going to have this, guys, when it comes to e-commerce products like this, you really want to have a store. You want to have it to where they can add to cart, kind of like what we do in Amazon, right? That's not Mintbird. That's not anything I have. I don't plan on going that direction, just so you guys know. I don't want to, right? So she goes, well, how do we take care of that? I said, probably you're going to want to get a Shopify account, right? So while we're laying in bed, I go open up Shopify, take her email, set it up, go log in, put the name of her store in there, whatever else, start setting it up. And then I just want to pull my hair out. She's like wanting to pull her hair out. And I say, you see, now you understand why people love our software so much. Do you see how complicated this is? It's got all the sample data in here and everything else. I'm like, I hate this. I hate this process, right? So I was like getting mad. I'm like, I am not going to go through this. So I open up Fiverr. I need somebody to set up a Shopify store for me. For 50 products, I think it was like less than $100. I'm talking to this guy from Pakistan. He's showing me themes. I'll give you a beautiful theme. I'll set up your domain for you. I'll add your 50 products. I'll put your categories in there. Like, I'll do all this stuff for you. I'm like, perfect. I wash my hands of it. She's working on Google Doc or whatever else. They're going to go build her a Shopify store. Now she can just go and run these simple little ads. She can do reviews. She can link to her Shopify store. She can have a big old ad up here at the top to come in and make an appointment with her, like whatever. It doesn't matter. She got traffic coming in, and now we can go sell e-commerce products. And guess what? I'm not going to figure any part of it. So she goes, if I can get this thing all set up or whatever, I'll go talk to the owner and she'll probably just want me to run the whole entire Shopify store for her. I'm like, then just do all of her marketing and go in and do special appointments at very, very high quality prices because you're the authority figure, you're the rock star. Just do that. Simple. To me, it's like simple, right? I'm like, simple, very easy. Let's just do that, right? So I'm not going to struggle with that. I'd rather just pay $100. And now she's working with them and they're setting her store up. Could it really be that easy? If you have a client that wants to sell physical products, how many of you could very easily go and create, this is Canva. How many of you could go, I had to break off her Canva account into a different account because she's got so much stuff in there, so much hair stuff happening now. And then we're doing the local newsletter hustle stuff and we got your guys' stuff. So we broke it off into two separate accounts. But how many of you could go create ads just like this? Simple, simple little Canva ads. And now we can link them right to that page inside of Shopify. Wow, how valuable are you? When I was working with a chiropractor, 307 Chiropractic Health Center, I told him, I said, someday you're going to want to own your own supplement company because everybody respects your opinion, right? Well, he did that. Guess what? He should have a Shopify store now. And not only that, if I was Jordan or if I was Jason Laird, right, both Casper publications out there, I would go cut a deal with him. I say, hey, Austin, man, let's put together a newsletter on chemo and this, or not chemo, keto, and working out and healthy eating and all that stuff or whatever else. And then we feature your supplements. And then I would add them in the co-reg process. And those three guys should work together. And then they should go get Paul Richardson from House Real Estate Group. Like all my old clients, I didn't have newsletters back in the day. Is this making sense to you guys? So guess what? You got traffic coming in. So let's figure out how we can monetize that traffic to the best of our ability, right? Without pulling our hair out. Fiverr is a great resource for that, right? I got to set up an Etsy store. I went to Fiverr. Got to set up Shopify store. Went to Fiverr. I was thinking about, okay, I got to create this Pinterest account or whatever, so I can just go and she can feed. I thought about, I'll just go to Fiverr, but it was pretty easy to set that one up, right? No problem, Eric. Thank you. So are you guys, you getting a lot of value on this? Are you getting some ideas on what to do? And are you seeing the difference between quality versus quantity? Is this making sense? Now, what's awesome about this, guys, is when you bring your clients in, you bring your subscribers in, you already know 15 to 20% are business owners. All those white label tools for contests and this AI and that AI and this email software and that survey and da 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 da. I'm not even talking about my stuff. All that stuff you actually get to go put to work. Rewardsly and the QR code stuff, all that stuff you've been buying on JVZoo that has all this agency license stuff. It's incredible when you actually have business owners coming in where you can use this stuff. Is this making sense to you guys? This is what you have been working for this whole time. This is what all the marketers have been promising you would have, and that you would need the tool. Well, guess what? Now you're going to be in a position where you need those tools. And what I would encourage you guys is when you crack the code to something, my partner Karthik Amani is one of my favorite people on the planet, right? He created a software called Rewardsly. Okay. And a lot of people talk about it. When you crack the code to something, come back and share with other people. Say, look, I took this Rewardly campaign and I did this for the chiropractor. I did this for the restaurant. I did this for the gift shop. Look at my results. Right? Does that make sense? That's what I want you guys to do. I want you to share things. I know some of you are working in brilliant directories or whatever, and you're building directories for your newsletter and everything else. Okay, cool. Share your results. I don't know too many people that were successful with that model. Share your results. This is the power of the community. This is the reason why we have this messenger room. Now, what's going to happen, guys, is I'm in the process of building out communities inside of CoreSprout right now, where we will get rid of Facebook altogether. But until that happens, we have our messenger room. Is everybody a part of the messenger room? Maybe you can drop the link in there if somebody has it. Join the messenger room. We've already got about 100 people in there. I'm able to put 250 people in there. All the new people that come in are buying that. Do you have a link for rewards leads? I don't. I don't. It was launched so long ago. There's so many unique products out there that have been launched. I'm just giving an example. I'm not trying to sell anything, right? Um, but that's what happens when you provide value, right? So let me go ahead and do the new launches for the last 2 weeks. We got like another 20 in the can still, and then we'll conclude this call. Okay, so let's see what we have launched. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get started, guys. I'm gonna go really quick, and I'm gonna go right to the news feed. I actually had some people reach out to me and said, "Oh, I was so disappointed that you didn't call out my name on the call." Right? Well, I didn't do any last week. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got. All right. So the first one here is we have Capital City Current. Let's see, Capital City Current out of Austin, Texas. If I come over here to the latest news, guys, I took it upon myself to go in there and customize your news ticker for you. If you don't want it, you can go ahead and turn that off. Congratulations, Capital City Current. I believe that we've had this one here for a little bit, but he's going to get a shout out anyways. This is the Dothan Tea, right? And this one is not a niche newsletter, but we found out about this one a little while ago, right? So I don't know if I actually launched it or not, but we just did now. So congratulations to the Dothan Tea. This is 321 Local Buzz. Let's see, this one's out of Melbourne, Florida, right? So there's their archives. Here is their latest news. I love that logo. That logo is so cool. Congratulations, 321 Local Buzz. Here is the Cambria Buzz. This one is, I don't know where this one's out of. Let's look at the latest news, see if we can find that out. Cambria Buzz, Ville's Lime Iced Tea. I don't know where Cambria Buzz is from. But Charles Sisk, congratulations, Cambria Buzz. That's great. It's somewhere in Pennsylvania, it looks like. This is the Square Scene, squarescene.com. This one is out of Kennett Score, Pennsylvania. So congratulations to the Square Scene. That is awesome. Beautiful. Are you guys seeing like the branding and everything, seeing the colors and all this stuff? This is East County Local Vibes. Not quite sure where this one's out of. Let's see, San Ramon. Where is San Ramon? East County Local Vibes. Beautiful, good stuff. Wow, they're already pumping stuff out, right? This is not my team doing that. That's great. Cool. This is the Buttersfield Dispatch. I know we got the ads going for it. I actually did this ad myself. Yep, they've already got their newsletter out again. This is out of Arkansas, I believe. Yes. Good, beautiful Butterfield Dispatch. How many of you are looking at this right now going, man, these things really have a big media feel to it? You think this is the Sunny Isles Insider? Okay. And we come over here to our latest news. Sunny Isles Insider. Sunny Isles Beach Police Department launches Pioneer Drone as first responder program. That is awesome. Good. Good, good, good. Congratulations to the Sunny Isles Insider. Um, Hold on, I want to make sure you guys are seeing my screen. Yes. You are seeing my screen, yeah? I was not looking at the chat. Okay, this is the 413 Insider. Let's see, he gave me this one. Let me just do like this. We had a broken link. There we go. There is the 413 Insider, Western Massachusetts. Wow. Severe thunderstorm causes widespread damage. Good Lord. Look at the size of that tree. Good, good. Beautiful, beautiful newsletter. Love the theme. Love the logo. Very, very clean. Good job. Let's see. This is a search. I can't say this. Search signal. Um, I don't know where this one's from. Universal City, sure. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is here in the States or where it is. But very, very unique. Different colors and everything. Love it. Good job. This is Cincy Eastsider, CincyEastsider.com. This one is out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Good colors for Cincinnati, right? Round on the outside, high in the middle, right? Let's see. This is Hello Midmo. Hello Midmo from Mid, Missouri. Let's take a look at this. Good, 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 good. Awesome. Love it. Missouri, good play on Missouri. This is the Grand Rapids Vibe. I guess Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yeah. Beautiful. Love it. Good stuff. Latest news. Is there latest news? That's probably my internet doing that. Okay. We'll look at that. Which one was that? Grand Rapids Vibe. This is AlohaCommunityBreeze.com. Okay, good. They've already got a banner up there. Look, your ad here. That's good. They've already got ads over here. That's great. This is somebody that's actually figuring it out. Beautiful. I love it. Now we can go and we can add the alerts over here, right? We can change it to whatever we want. We can make it say trending over here in the video. That's amazing. Let's see, what else do we got? This one is local in Lansing. Local in Lansing, yep. Remember to remove the background on this. I'll have my team do that just to make sure. So you can see that they've already got ads over here. Local City Eats, get paid to share your dining experience, local and newsletter. And by the way, guys, these can be box programs. They could be affiliate products. Don't wait to get a sponsor. Start putting some ads out there, right? Start putting some ads out there. They're going to get attention because you don't have a lot of them, and we don't want you to have a lot of them. We want you to be a high quality site, right? Let's see. This is the Ocala Sizzle. I hope I said that right. Ocala Sizzle. I believe they made their own logo, so you can see it has a little bit of a different look to it. Ocala, I don't know where this is from. Gators home opener. This is Wendell's. I love seeing it. Texas at Ohio State. So it's one of those two, right? So congratulations to Ocala. Where Florida, Ocala, maybe. I don't know. This is Midland's front porch, right? So you can see here, this is probably Midland, Texas, I'd imagine. I was in Midland myself. Texas Greenlight's $185 million natural gas. Beautiful. Love it. Congratulations, Midland's front porch. This is Chippewa Valley Buzz. Chippewa Valley Buzz. Let's take a look at this one. I don't know where that one's at. Is Chippewa in what is it? Is it South Dakota? I don't know where it is. But congratulations, Chippewa Valley Buzz. Let's see. This is backpocketcharlotte.com. Okay. Let's see. So I think this is Charlotte, North Carolina, which remember, Charlotte, North Carolina had a huge acquisition for a local newsletter. So build up a big, massive community over there. It just makes sense. This is the samgroper.com. I recognize a lot of these because I created a lot of the ads for these. If we come over here, if we look at this, good, 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 good. Sand Groper. Look at that logo. I just love these logos, man. It's just great. They just fit. The colors are good. Are you guys happy with all this? This looks incredible, right? So that's a Sand Groper. Okay, what else do we got? Hold on a minute. Where did it go? South Orlando. Hold on a minute. Sand Okay, this is the sizzlingdot.com. The Sizzling Dot. JD, and none of these are niche newsletters, guys. These are all local newsletters, right? Singapore maintains top spot as Asia's most peaceful nation in 2025. Good. Congratulations, Sizzling Dot. This is 109online .com. Let's take a look at this one. 109online.com. All right. I don't know what the play is here. I don't know where it's at. Obviously, there's a big North Pole, North St. Paul. Where's that? Somebody tell me that that one is. North St. Paul. So, congratulations to 109 Online. This is 806localbuzz.com. I told you, man, the team's been busy. 806 Local Buzz, they created this logo themselves. Let's see, negative Brewing Party. Okay. Experience exceptional dining. Lubbock, Texas. Okay, good. Congratulations. We see you pumping out articles there. Beautiful. This is newsletter.naturecoasthub.com. Let's see, newsletter.naturecoast. Yep, good, good, beautiful. Yep, I assume that's probably Florida or Texas, right? But I don't know. Florida. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. This one is, these are all new ones, guys. This one is Tampa Topics. Tampa Topics. Good. Tampa Bay, obviously. Beautiful newsletter. Love it. Good. Congratulations, Tampa Topics. I love the logo too. It's a great logo. This is mountainthread.com. Okay, this one's out of Colorado. This is Sherry Flannery, who is definitely a rock star marketer. Her and her husband, they do a great job. I'm super excited for this one to see what they do with it. But you can see they're always pumping out articles, everything else. That's great. This is SouthOrlandoScoop.com. South Orlando Scoop. I love this one too. I love the logo. It's so much fun, right? When I think of Orlando, that's what I think of. Florida Everblades secures South Division title. Yep. Good job, South Orlando Scoop. Okay. Look at the color of the tickers, guys. I did that myself. This is Fame0264.ro. No clue where this is. Obviously international, right? But I mean, it's probably going to work for international. When you guys see these things and you realize that we're just cranking out these local newsletters, how many of you can think back to the past when you were looking at media sites and everything else? You thought it was a really, really big publication. And now you're starting to wonder, hey, was this just somebody from their house, right, that knew how to make it look really, really good, right? This is the Bridge Beat out of Lethbridge, Alberta. Beautiful. Love it. I love it when I see more than two articles because that tells me that you're already off to the races. This is griffinbuzz.com. Griffin Buzz from Griffin, Georgia. Yes, experience the magic of hot air balloons festivals across the US. Man, look at that. That is incredible. I would love to be there. I'd love to watch it. You just ain't gonna get me on one. All right. Beautiful. Score big with these trendy football game day snacks. Yeah, look at the articles. Love it. The fact that there's articles tells me that there's probably gonna be a newsletter going out soon. This is uh-oh, what do we got here, Tony, Connie? What do we got here? We got a little bit of competition. This is Vegas City News.net. Vegas City, Explore Las Vegas. Look at that logo. Beautiful. Love it. Good job. It's good to see we have some competition. All right, VegasCity.net. This is DiscoverHuntersCreek.com. Discover Hunters Creek. And let's see, I don't know where this one's from. Let's see, AJ, where are you from? Orlando, right? Orlando? Good. Good, 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 good. Let's get you cranking out those articles, pumping out those newsletters. We're almost at the end, guys. I don't even know how to pronounce this. At home in the ham, Birmingham, Alabama. All right. You guys come up with some very unique names. I'll give it to you, right? There you go. Beautiful. Awesome. Love it. Good. This one is again, I don't know. The Sheboygan Breakwater News. I have no idea where this one is. Sheboygan Breakwater News. We want to make sure we turn this to white so we can see that going across. But it's very easy to do that. Optimus Park, Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Okay, Wisconsin. Good. Good stuff. All right. Let's see what else we got. The BSCinsider.com. Probably in Missouri, yeah. Pickleball Kingdom to launch premier indoor facility. Pickleball's everywhere, right? Everywhere. Good, 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 good. This is great. This is the MontroseCryer.com. The MontroseCryer.com. Again, we got to make this white. We'll go in and fix that for you, no problem. It might be our mistake. Celebrate summer at Montrose. If you can check on these last two, Pranay or G, and make sure we turn these white for them. This is news and events in Montrose, Colorado. Awesome. This is Get Local Camden County. Wow. Get Local Camden County. Not sure where Camden County is from. Camden County, Van Rock Properties, New Jersey. Okay, out of New Jersey. Good. We've got a few newsletters out of New Jersey. And then I've been telling you about this one for a while. There it is right there. The 307 Beat out of Casper, Wyoming. You guys seeing this? We had trouble with Jason Laird. His dad's an attorney. We had trouble, not with him, but we had trouble with his mail gun. I'm going to tell you guys right now that mail gun has become a pain in the ass. I'm very, very sad that I referred you to Mailgun. You can go to chatnicely.com/SMTP, get set up with smtp.com. It'll save you 10 bucks a month. You can do affiliate marketing. And Scott, the guy that's heading new development or whatever he is over there, he's willing to get on a call with you if you sign up to that link because he knows you're doing a local newsletter. And he knows my mission is to put as many newsletters on the planet as we possibly can, right? So, all right. Let's see. My Mailgun didn't send out to 40 of mine. Yeah, Mailgun will put you on suspension. Connie got suspended. That's the reason why I bailed and went to SMTP myself, right? Is there a reason why videos submit a support ticket, Michael? There shouldn't be. There should not be any reason at all why the videos don't play in the newsletters, but if you submit a ticket, they will help you. You can go to nicelysupport.com and submit a ticket. They're pretty fast over there, right? Hannah's doing a great job. All right. Guys, that's where I'm going to conclude. I got a busy, busy week for you. What I want to do is I want to plug your profile into your article and into your newsletter so that you can link it to your social signals. And you heard that was really, really important. We're also trying to get the co-reg feature launched for you guys so you can take what I showed you on the map and put them in all your different publications. We also have the micro survey that we're putting in there so we can identify the business owner really, really quick. And if it's a business owner, we can send them to a quiz. If it's just a resident, we can send them to something where we make money. All right. Courtney, you can reach out to me and send me a message. I don't have time to take that call. I have to get on this other call. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, I know you have people interested in Mintbird. Everybody's interested in Mintbird. I'll have you guys some news on that soon. All right. Guys, thank you. Let me just check in one more time. Scale of 1 out of 10. Get a lot of value on the call? Was it good? You guys got a new plan? You know what to do?